How's it going, everybody? This is your Heroic Guide, Part 6. Today we're going to be tackling Ashenvale. We got a Christmas theme going on because it is currently creeping up on Christmas time. I'm a very festive kind of guy. I hope this guide helps you. This is probably the beginning of the heroic stages when it starts becoming difficult, particularly Maiev and Raena. So you want to check those videos out. We do have a little bit of a secret cheat code we use for these, mid-game, early, late-game kind of heroics that I think you're going to find very interesting. It's going to help you kind of not waste time on these heroics. So, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, especially that share part. We're on the road to get to 5K. I know these videos have been coming out a little bit sporadically, not what I would like for our Rumble experience here. So we might start breaking them down into one fight per video. They'll be like 4-minute videos or something like that, but just to kind of get the ball rolling a little bit more. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. But until then, enjoy this video, and we'll talk soon. Alright, so Drakka's the first boss of Ashenvale, and she sets the tone. This one can be very difficult because of the units that are used against us. Like for us, we have some good units of our own. If you look above me here, you'll see the army I'm going to use with the Hogger deck we're going to show here. But also, I use 5 of these units, so all of them except chickens, for every single army. And that was very, very easy for me to do. We're doing a slight punch up here. This is a level 15 average army against a level 16 boss. This could go the distance, but let's go into the map, talk about what's going on, then do the gameplay. So Drakka's main mechanic is that her catapult shoots further. And that's the biggest thing we want to avoid. So when I say shoots further, I do mean it reaches all the way out to this tower here, and I believe it reaches to these stairs here for ground units. Now, for this tower here, it's simply not worth it. If we fight for it and we capture it, she will then keep laying siege to it till she recaptures it. It's a big waste of your unit's life because the splash damage hurts you, and you just end up falling further and further behind because you keep trading gold when the boss is recapturing it from so far away very safely. Instead, what we want to do is we want to answer these opening trolls. Then we want to capture this tower right here. Wait, breathe, send your kobold. Keep sending your kobold to get as much gold as possible. Even if it's a 1 kobold for 1 gold trade, that's worth it because the most important thing is to deny the enemy gold. And that's because the enemy units are a big pain in the butt here. We got Dark Spirit Trolls, Grunts, Warsong Raider that is a siege unit, which means it runs directly at your tower. Like the distance between this tower and your base is so short, the Warsong Raider within a second is hitting your base and tanking for whatever else is behind it. We got Wolves, Vultures, and what I think most annoying of all is actually going to be the Pyromancer. When the Pyromancers die, they explode, they take it all your other units with them, which is very, very annoying. So yeah, what we're going to do, take care of these trolls, answer whatever threat comes out of this tower, capture it, and then just start throwing our units up very tight on this right side. That's going to make them come up the staircase on the right, cross the bridge without going too close to the enemy tower, work their way down and start hitting the boss. And we can do this for a sustained amount of time. Maybe it goes the distance. Maybe we end up getting ahead. If we get in a good position where we can throw a quill board behind the boss, turn the boss around, have our harpies beat on the tower, beat on the catapult, drop an execute, giving our harpies bloodlust, we could do that, end this quickly, but we'll see how it goes. All right, let's do some gameplay. Okay, safety pilot right away to answer these Dark Spirit Trolls. They are super annoying. And then I'm actually going to try and get this base real quick, too. All right, let's drop the execute, because that's going to help us tremendously with these brutes. All right, I'll throw my chickens here to try and get the tower, too. And then I'll finish it off with safety pilot. Alright, this is very, very unfortunate. Alright, so we'll take the base first, and then we'll turn around and take out the Pyromancer. Probably kills us. Yeah, see, you put that bleed on us. So let's throw our Quillboard down. She's dead. We're going to ignore this tower now. You see, we did take a lot of damage for that opening onslaught. But if we're smart with our gold now, and we don't let the enemy recapture our base, we should be okay. I'll start by sending some harpies up. If we put the threat on the boss, then the boss will kind of stop summoning units from this tower and instead summon it from the top right side. Let me throw my whelps down. And you see, it looks like the boss is waiting for just that. I'll throw my Hoggard in. Not that Hoggard's very good, but I'll throw the execute as well. And we just want to do everything we can to stop them from recapturing this base. That would be the worst thing ever. I'm kind of upset my safety pilot didn't land on the bridge like she was supposed to. Alright, we're going to now sacrifice this Quillboar to turn these vultures around and protect our harpies. And we'll throw chickens at this wolf here to take care of that. There you go. So now we've kind of reset the scenario. We did a bunch of damage to the boss at some point. I'm actually not sure when that was. And now we're getting to see what happens when the enemy just kind of bombards you while you're trying to take over stuff. Nice, we locked her up there. That's great. And now I have the opportunity. I can easily just kind of bombard the boss right now with safety pilot, whelplings, and execute. And in fact, I should do that. If I wanted to win, that's what I would do. But I'll play it out a little bit smarter for you guys. And by smarter, I mean just a more sustained way. We'll get the harpies down there. We'll turn the boss around. And we'll drop our new fancy execute here, giving our harpies bloodlust, and they'll finish the boss off. So that's how you can do this boss. It is a lot to manage when you have those very tanky sieges running at you. So don't get too frustrated. Just pound it out, and you will eventually get through it. All right, let's move on to the next boss. All right, so Tideress is the next boss that we're going to have to take down here. Tideress is very difficult. Lucky for us, if you look above, we do have this deck we're going to use for all 5 families. It's not easy, but you see I'm doing the hard mode right now. I'm punching up. I'm not feeding to the army slots as much as I could be. And my other armies I will to make this fight easier because this fight is a nightmare. But let's get into it. We'll show the map. We'll do the gameplay. I'll run you guys through how I was handling this when I was doing it on Punch Up. Alright, so Tideress' scariest mechanic is that he's going to split into 3 different versions of himself when he hits 50% life, and they're each going to take a lane and go down. That unit is also going to split into 3 units into smaller puddles. We got to take them down. The main body will stay here in this pool. It'll radiate damage. We kind of got to wait it out before we can attack it. So we need to stall out those 3 units and take them out pretty quickly, because the time is going to be a nice little time crunch here. We need to quickly grab all 3 towers and then dominate the gold to stop the enemy, because the enemy units coming in are brutal. We're talking Earth Elementals to backdoor you, Wolves to crush your dreams, Harpies, Tide Hunters, and a giant Obsidian Golem. Now this is a problem because we need to use our flying units on the adds that the boss summons, and the Obsidian Golem, when it dies, it explodes, taking our flying units out, which are kind of the lifeblood of our team here. That's why we got the Banshee. The Banshee is going to steal that. That is a 4 gold for 6 gold trade. That's going to be instrumental in helping us set up the final boss fight. We're also going to have to deal with other units trying to snipe out our flyers. We got blizzards that can come in here. We have the Shaman with Chain Lightning, Tide Hunters like we talked about. It's a lot of micromanaging here. What I would suggest is you always want to kind of play reactively here instead of proactively. You want to wait till the Golem comes out before you use the Banshee. Don't use the Banshee on anything else. You want to wait till your Tide Hunters come out before you do your opening assault, like we're going to do here. You want to see where the enemy kobold goes before you use your safety pilot anywhere, because you don't want them to get any gold. So it's a lot of reactive play. But let's go ahead, let's jump in this fight and let's see what we got. Alright. I'm going to wait and see where they summon. So the wolf gets the chest. The wolf is basically always going to get that chest. There's not much you can do about it. Let's see if I can't save my base some damage. Yeah, that's good. Alright, now we'll steal that golem. And you know what? We have 5 gold. Let's go get this tower. So we should be getting 2 towers fairly quickly here. And you see how that shaman just took out our dragon. Oh, you know what? We're kind of looking like we can steal this tower too, so let's go for it. And let's start dominating these gold nodes. Just don't let the enemy get anywhere near them. If I could have dropped an execute. Can't now. That wolf, there's a good chance that wolf solos our base, by the way. That wolf's a nightmare. Nightmare fuel. I'm gonna throw Hogger here to steal this chest. I hate giving that chest up. And we'll Banshee steal this guy if our Hogger survives long enough to stall out. Looks like that wolf took out our kobold, unfortunately. So we have no gold. We don't have a kobold, but we do have these gold mines kind of ready for us. So that's what we're going to feed into here. Let's take them out. Let's get the gold on this side, and then we'll answer that Earth Elemental. Next, I would love to... Alright, so we did just summon in the big bosses. I need to have my deterrents ready. We need flyers, so we're going to handle this one just fine. This one's going to be fine too. This is going to be the questionable one. Let's go ahead and let's cycle through some of our weaker units. You know what? Oh, this is bad. Can I steal that? Oh, man, that's bad. This is big bad. The Quillboar is doing a good job. Okay, we got the flyers coming in. That's good. If I could steal this Earth Elemental, that would be a far better decision here. Because we do not want him to explode on our Harpies. That was great. Can I save this push? The boss should be coming out of his, like, you can't hurt me phase fairly soon. This is great. Okay, we're gonna have to recapture this base. Let's do it right away. Oh, we didn't get it done right away. I wanted to keep those guys stuck there. But this is okay. Here, I'll tell you what. Throw a Kobold over there, and then we could Harpy this. Because we hit the base, it's gonna take a while to recapture. We got the wolf is engaged. I'll try. Come on. No, it went for the wolf. That's what I was afraid of. I was afraid it was going to go for the wolf. About 46 seconds left. We're not doing bad whatsoever. I can execute to finish off this this giant guy here. So there you go. That's going to be a big weight off our chest. This is unfortunately going to take out our kobold. I'm not sure why I sent him there. But that was a pretty good exchange. Okay. Oh, did he get two? Oh, nice. He got two. So let's send in that to finish you off. That's not going to work. All right, let's do this. We're getting backdoored. You always got to worry about that. But you know what? I think we can finish off the boss now. Let's turn that boss around. Let's let our Harpies get in there. And there you go. We didn't have to wait for the final minute, so we did get it done. You saw how much was going on. There's so much going on. If I had an extra level on my Harpies, an extra level on my safety pilot, which you see is about to happen, this could have all been avoided. This could have been so much easier. Take it from me, take your time, build up your units, and then tackle this node. Alright, so Branch Snapper is next. Now, luckily, we have a way we can kind of cheese Branch Snapper, at least a little bit, but there's still a lot going on here, so let's go look at the map and let's do the gameplay. Alright, so Branch Snapper's main mechanic, similar to the normal mode, is that he's going to have these bog monsters that come out towards each summoning stone, basically recapture for the enemy, and then come wreak havoc on your base. That's why, though, we're abusing this Banshee. Once again, the Banshee will actually steal this unit. Just be wary that you don't throw your Banshee in front of a wolf. That will stun it and kill it. That's really bad. Then you kind of lose then. While that happens, we are going to be dealing with wolves, pyromancers. There's lots of dark iron miners that are going to be trying to steal gold. We need to try and stop that if we can, while not losing too much gold in that exchange. So there's going to be a lot going on, lots of micromanaging, but if we get to use our Banshee to steal a bog monster, we can sometimes cycle all the way through back to another Banshee, steal another bog monster, and that basically wraps up the fight, because when we have them, they are super tanky, the enemy struggles, the boss struggles, and we can hit some Harpies at the same time, and it's over. Alright, so as far as our objectives go, we're going to immediately try and get this Summoning Stone, then this guy, then this guy. We do want to deny the gold up here as much as possible, but the opening gold, we can't do much there. So that 2 gold is kind of going to go to the enemy. Unless you have like a very strong Worgen you could put in here instead of your safety pilot. I actually do like that trade. But we haven't been using the Worgen very much here, so I'm gonna abstain from doing that. Let's do the gameplay. Okay, you can see he's up there right away. Let's go get this Summoning Stone so we can start getting our gold. Alright, we got a wolf coming in and a pyromancer. Our poor Hogger is very weak. Alright, there we go. Let's deal with this. We're letting our base take quite a beating here. It's unfortunate, but kind of just the way it is. And we need this gold because this bog monster is about to come in. There it is. I'm going to let him kind of work his way up. And now we'll grab him. There you go. You can see the Harpies. They're ripping this one apart. That's fantastic. I'm going to turn this one around, make him kind of earn it. Oh, that was a waste of execute. That was a big waste of execute. It happens, though. So unfortunately, this guy is kind of protected from us, right? We can't really get that one. We do have a Banshee ready to steal this guy. And we do own this tower, at least for now. Hopefully our Quillbore is up in time. Yeah, we saved our whelps. You can see, look at this Banshee unit is doing all this damage for us. We have had nothing attack this boss except for this unit. That's how powerful they are. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and give him Bloodlust. And we'll just let him do this match for us. And it's as simple as that. So, the last one we just did was very difficult. Nicely. This one's very easy. Banshee steal. Address that opening barrage. And then you're good, alright? So enjoy the free gold on this one. Alright, now we're heading into the last two stages of Ashenvale, and they're incredibly difficult levels. So you're going to notice, if you look up, I actually took the time, well, I waited a couple days, to get a couple extra levels on my characters. My Brute was level 15, it's now 16. My Safety Pilot was 50, it's now 16. That's going to be very important. And I believe the Quillboar received an extra level too. This is just something you should do if you're getting hard stuck and you don't want to bust your face against it for hours. Now, I did get it done before this, but I didn't want to show that footage because that footage was almost cherry-picked to a point, right? Because it was like 10 attempts, it was good RNG at some point, it was like perfect execution. At that point, like, is that really a guide anymore, or is that just a flex? So instead, I think it's important to be realistic and are punching up, especially if we're using some squishy units. So if you see with Maiev, it's now a level 15 army going up against a level 16 boss. And I think that just makes more sense. So let's get in there. Let's talk about the map, talk about why it was so difficult to the point where we needed to get an extra level, especially on our Safety Pilot, and let's go through that gameplay. Okay, so Maiev is an extremely difficult boss because she puts all of her minis into stealth. You see this wolf starting right here, starts in stealth. This Huntress and double wolf combo that comes down to the left, extremely deadly. They all start in stealth, but also units that aren't normally in stealth. So we're going to have abominations in stealth, chickens, dragons, dark spirit trolls. And that's the main mechanic in the fight, is to get them out of stealth so you can actually take them out. Now, I went ahead and I put in my Brute for this particular fight because I needed a tank. So for other builds, you're going to see I lean heavily into the Tauren Charger, maybe the Fire Elemental at times. You keep an eye on the decks floating up there. And you can see kind of how I make it so that I'm able to pull them out of stealth, either by hitting them with a damage ability, whether it be Safe Pilot, Execute, Flame Up's Explosion, or by throwing a tank unit at them so they do a hit, and then they take themselves out of stealth. Same thing with the Quillboar. The Harpies here, they're extremely hard to use, but they're still our main damage for the boss and for the towers. Now, what's our strategy for this? Well, this left group is going to come on the left side. We want to hit it with a Safety Pilot and an Execute directly on top of it. If you don't have those minis in your opening hand, what you want to do is back out to the character stage to his army selection that you see above me, and you just want to move some pieces around. Now, take note of what your opening pieces are, and then move those pieces. Now, if you're going to lose a level here, a level there, it's not the end of the world. It's most important that we have Safety Pilot and Execute to start. So we're going to immediately take out that group. We're going to hopefully send a Brute on the right side to deal with that wolf once he hits the tower, so the Brute will then go get this chest for us. We need to deny this chest. If we do that, what we're going to be able to do is then go rush this tower and then hold up. Wait, let your gold build up, and then we're going to dive bomb this tower here with the Safety Pilot Execute, and then we'll have control over all of the gold on the map, and from there, we'll assault the boss. If we fall behind, it's going to be trouble. We'll get an abomination with Huntresses, chickens, dark spirit trolls that'll just wreck our face, so we cannot get behind in this fight. Also, this group here, this very deadly group of the Huntress 2 Wolves will respawn. The first one is at 2 minutes, and the next one, I believe, is at 30 seconds remaining. So you want to make sure you have your Safety Pilot and Execute, or your Flame Whelps and Execute ready for when this drops. If you use Flame Whelps, just know they're going to be dead. So you do lose 6 gold as opposed to just losing 3 and then having a Safety Pilot on the end. All right, here we go. Let's do the gameplay. So we don't have our Safety Pilot on spawn. I'm going to go ahead and try this anyway, and then what we'll do is we'll go into the scene and we'll switch. So you see the Whelplings don't quite do enough damage there. We could trade just the life of our tower a little bit here if we wanted to. It's not ideal, of course. Let's turn that Huntress around. Huntress will kill that Quillboar long before we get the kill here. So as you can see, we had a very bad opening hand. We ended up losing too much gold for this to really work out for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart. I'm going to go switch up my opening build. I did see that I had Whelps and Execute on spawn, so I'm just going to switch my Whelps and my Safety Pilot. Let's go do that now. Alright, so here we are, and this is all we need to do. We're just going to switch the position of these two characters in the army, and now let's get back in the fight. Alright, so now we're going to do the exact same thing, but we have a better opening hand. Let's drop a Brute on the right side right away. Let's get ready with our Safety Pilot. As soon as they hit about that symbol right there, I think I did it a bit early. No, we're good. And then we'll hit the Execute. Safety Pilot takes it out. You see how I just got the gold, so we denied the gold. That's fantastic. Next thing I want to do is we'll send Harpies, and I want to turn her around. I'll drop the Whelplings on top here so that the Huntress kills herself. Huntress did not kill herself. Oh my god. Safety Pilot didn't get an attack off. Very unfortunate combo we're dealing with here, but we got all the gold. We dealt with the opening wave. It's unfortunate we didn't get this tower yet, but that'll be our next objective. Brute will not survive this, which is fine. We'll let our gold build all the way back up. I'll throw my Brute, I guess, here at the chickens. Nah, I want that over there. So now let's use our harpies right here. Let's have the troll there pop his own death. There we go. Let's turn this tower around. And then let's safety pilot this dragon to death. Alright, so now we got the objectives. We are able to just kind of cycle through the gold at will. I want to get a safety pilot and execute ready to take this base at this point. Whoops, I always forget to hit that symbol right there. I will send my kobold up to get it for now. We'll get this one later. We don't want to expend too much gold until we have control over absolutely everything, especially because of this right here. So let's go ahead, get some damage on there. I didn't send them nearly in the right spot, but fortunately for me, the wolves at least got wrecked. So I'll send my harpies here. That'll take that out. And what I'm actually going to do is safety pilot this. And then I'll quill bore this tower up here. Let's go ahead and grab that tower as quickly as possible. We'll deny that chick in the chest. Hopefully this guy takes himself out of stealth. Nope, not quite enough. We'll send our whelps here. So he's going to get a lot of gold. This is a problem, but it's not the end of the world. It just means we're going to have to deal with that. Let's go get that gold up there. Let's deal with this huntress. One of those, and the abomination's basically dead. So now we're in good control. We have all the objectives. We still have a minute left. We will slowly tickle this boss to death. I'm not too worried about the timer right now. That AoE that you just saw the boss do, be mindful of that. That'll become a problem if we send in a bunch of squads at the same time. You want to pop that ahead time. Like, watch, she should be about to do it right now. There it is right there. So you saw the amount of damage it did. It did really hurt my whelps. It did almost kill my harpies, but now they're level 17, so they survive. That's kind of the flow of the fight. Very difficult. This did take me 2 attempts, even after fixing it, because I missed the safety pilot on that first group coming down the left. So it does take a little bit of finesse. If you have tankier units, definitely use them. Hogger is the most difficult family to get this. Sorry, Beast is the most difficult family to get this through. I tried the new Chimera. It went awful. So don't rely on the Chimera for that. Yeah, just out-level this one, guys. It's a difficult one. Alright, so Raena Wolfrunner is the boss of Ashenvale. It is an incredibly difficult fight. If you watch the previous fight, the Maiev, we're going to be employing a similar strategy. If we don't have the right minis on spawn, we're going to back out. We're going to put them in different positions. You can see I'm barely using any army slots, but keep in mind this trick only works for like the mid to early late game, because eventually we will be relying heavily on these army slots to get the job done. But let's get in here, let's talk about the map, and let's do some gameplay. Alright, so Raina's main mechanic is that these 3 huntresses are just going to come and they're going to try and lay waste to us. Now the left side, the mid lane, and the right lane is where they're going to go. You might notice a goofy character we have up there, the Charger. We're going to throw the Charger on the right side to deal with that right Night Elf Huntress. Because for some reason, whatever other minis the boss summons in, it's always off of this tower. So this Huntress is always alone. The Charger can deal with her very easily. We want to make sure we have her on spawn. The rest of our minis are going to be used to try and take out a Huntress, as well as some of the other minis the boss throws at us. We want to hopefully have a unit left over. If not, we want to have our kobold either getting the gold node here or the gold node here, depending on which node has more ore at the time. Then we need to quickly capture this base without leaving ourselves defenseless. We will take a lot of damage on spawn here. Now, if you have a level 17 base instead of level 16, like I do with every family except for the Hogger, this is a lot easier. So this is definitely one that you'd rather out-level than be punching up like I currently am here. All right, let's do the gameplay, and if we need to, we'll make some corrections like we did with Maiev. All right, we do have the Charger on spawn. We got Footman right away. That's not my favorite. We got them coming in too. I kind of want to wait for the one Huntress to get in here. Here we go. So our base is getting absolutely ripped apart. Yeah, see, I didn't like that we had the kobold there. Hogger being there is a big problem on spawn because we can't move him around. So let's see. We had execute. We had safety pilot. We had the Charger, which was nice. The Quillboar kind of snuck in there at the end. I think I'd rather have Blizzard there, maybe even instead of the safety pilot. So let's go make that change. All right, so here we are, and I just realized I think I'd rather keep the Quillboar and switch the Whelp Eggs. The Whelp Eggs do absolutely nothing for us against the Huntresses. They just auto-die twice, right? So the Blizzard, we can kind of hold the Footmen down, drop the Execute on them. Maybe with the Blizzard slowing the Footmen down, we can even get some overlap. I think that'll be the move, and that'll kill the Tide Hunter Murlocs. So let's do that. Now let's go, let's do the fight again. All right, so we're gonna do the exact same thing we just talked about, but now we're gonna have Blizzard on spawn. We're gonna see if we can't slow those Footmen down, if that's gonna help us. So there's the Blizzard. We don't have it on spawn. We probably want to go back and switch it again and have Blizzard instead of Execute. That way we can do it, slow it down. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so here we go. Let's make that change. Obviously, we don't have to worry about army slots yet. When we get into the later nodes, the more difficulties, we're not going to be able to have this luxury. But for now, abuse it. All right, so with that opening assault, wrecking us, and now we've made the change to have Blizzard on spawn. We'll see if that's going to be the difference maker. I do believe it is, because we're going to be able to kind of AoE down more targets because of it. So here we go. We still got to throw our charger over here. Now we have enough for Blizzard. Wait till they get a little bit closer. We'll drop it now. It should be around to do a little bit of damage to the Huntress. Great. I'll cleave like that. Oh, we got this one. We tagged her. That's exactly what we wanted to do. So she's going to be taking a bunch of damage here. I'll let the tower... Yeah, I'm going to let the tower take a little bit of a beating here. So now I just can't let my tower get touched again, which is fine. Let's go ahead and grab this one as quickly as possible. You're coming out of stealth. I'll even drop my whelps here because the wolf is going to eat up that Quillboar a little bit too fast for my liking. The first Huntress has now spawned in. Let's Blizzard these guys down again. Our base, we can't let anything touch our base, which is fine. Still only have the one Huntress. Now there's two Huntresses, so we're starting to feel the pressure a little bit. But this tower will hold this one off, so we only got to deal with the other two. And if we get to the 6 gold, as soon as it drops in, I'll do this. I'll drop the Execute. First one's gone. Second one is going to live, but we'll throw the Whelplings over here. The tower will solo that one. There we go. So now we're good and stable, and we should be able to start just building up our gold hoard and go from there. We'll drop a Blizzard on these guys. Murlocs are going to come in and just walk themselves into death. No Execute yet, but... Oh, wow, our Blizzard didn't take care of the Fire Serpent. That's a first. That's okay. Here we go. Let's use the safety pilot here. I'll even use the Execute just to make sure we capture the tower fast to get ready for that next Huntress. There's the first Huntress coming in. Looks like we get to actually outrange these Huntresses, which is nice. I'll send my charger to deal with that. So we're dealing with one, which is great. This charger is going to take that out. Let's go get all that juicy, juicy gold. We should have enough to drop a Blizzard here now. Fantastic. And if we get to the Execute, we'll just get rid of those units altogether. We still have a minute left. We got a lot of work to do on the boss, but we have a lot of time to do it. That Kobold is definitely not going to get that. That's okay. Let our gold kind of restock. Make sure I just keep that Summoning Stone. We'll drop our Whelp Eggs. This is fine. We're going to lose the tower, but we'll recapture it. Let's grab this. You see the Tauren Charger? It's a magical, magical character. I dropped the Execute just to pop the shell. Let's turn this Huntress around to protect our Whelps. They'll at least get rid of this first Huntress, which is going to be a huge benefit to us. Or not. 30 seconds remaining. Yeah, I'll drop this here. I guess we killed one. I didn't realize it. That's good, though. There's now 3 gold in this ore, this node, so let's grab that. We'll drop Safety Pilot plus the Execute here. We could just go for the life of the boss right now as well. No, we're playing it slow and steady, wins the race. Here we go. Overtime is now engaged. Which means, again, we could just dive bomb the boss at this point. It's probably the smarter thing to do anyway. Let's turn the boss around. Protect our wolves. We'll drop Execute, and that's going to be it. So you can see, very difficult, lots of micromanaging. Could you punch up? Sure. Torrent Charger helps. We're going to have to reset our deck a bunch to make it happen. Just like Maiev. If you don't want to go through all these steps, simply get a couple extra levels and it'll be a lot easier, especially on your safety pilot, especially on your execute and your blizzard for this particular matchup. The Torrent Charger, like you saw, level 15 worked like a charm. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for Ashenvale. Let me know if this guide helped you. I know it's been like, we're only getting 1 out a week, which is kind of a bummer, but my other game, my other job, if you will, is keeping me really, really busy right now. I'll try and rectify that, but with the holiday seasons, it's getting tough to kind of micromanage everything. I'll try and at least maintain 1 a week. So sorry if I've been taking too long for you guys to use this guide when it's level appropriate. But again, you punching down makes it a lot easier. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, share, subscribe. On the road to try and get that content creator badge with Blizzard, we need 5K subs. Appreciate all the help and wish you all the best. Bye for now. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.